model is, do you want to be right or do you want to love?
Yes. Yeah.
And then I had to learn that. You can be absolutely right.
Yeah.
But do you want to be right and lose?
Right.
I never want to lose you again.
Right.
Ever.
Right. Ain't no mountain, ain't no
but I can love and still keep you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then the other thing would be is one of y'all brought up your friend passed away. I remember when Kim died. First of all, none of us were expecting it.
None.
None of us were expecting it. And it was like when I saw you at the funeral and we held each other, all the rest of the stuff felt like bull. You insert the word yourself. Right. Bull snap. Mm-hmm. Like it wasn't even important. When we go her way, that's it. Yeah. There's no reconciling nothing. Yeah. I can't tell you I'm sorry.
Right here.
Mm-hmm. When you're in the grave.
Yep. Yeah.
I can't do it then. I can't say I love you and I miss you then. Right. And there will be days and I'll be like, God, is it going to ever be where? Because I don't want to die and this thing doesn't get fixed. And at some point I thought, okay, well, it's fixed. This is how it's going to always be. I didn't want to die with it being the way that it was prior to. Because the last time I talked to you may be the last time. I said at the end of season 2 on our last episode, if I don't get to do season 3 with you, because I don't know if I'm going to make it. Right. I don't know if I'll make it to September. I don't know when my day is. Right. But I don't ever want anybody to not know how much I love them, how much I care about them. And if you need to fix something, go into it not worrying about if she going to accept it or he going to receive it or is he going to think I'm weak. Is that even important? Do you want to love or do you want to be right?
Right.
Right. Even if you do your apology and they don't receive it and shut the door in your face, you did your part. But it's the regret of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas that you don't want to live with.
Yes.
Go ahead, y'all.
Yes.
And that eats people up all
the
time.
That's
See, when we were apart, what you didn't know, I was sick on the brink of death. Had to have a heart surgery to get myself breathing again, and we still weren't fixed.
Jesus.
We still weren't fixed. I wanted to, but in the hospital, I couldn't get to you.
Jesus.
Couldn't get to you. So, yeah, what you said, if you have breath in your lungs, fix it. And then consider yourself.
Yes.
When have you offended somebody?
Right.
Yes.
Now,
when we offend God. And the same grace we want shown to us. Right. When we go and say, God, forgive me for this. The person forgive me for this. Yes. We got to be more mindful about showing that.
Yes. Yeah.
And do I get it right all the time? Oh, no. God has to beat me up and do a whole lot because my head is hard.
Yeah.
But when he gets me, he's got me and I go and fix things. Mm-hmm. So I'm so glad that this conversation is even happening. Yeah. And that we're honest enough to admit when we're wrong.
Yeah.
So I pray that for the listeners out there, that God will help them, number one, examine themselves.
Yes.
Figure out what needs to be fixed and move to go fix it.
Right.
Be honest in the thing. Yeah. And then start living your life and making the rest of your life the best of your life. With that friend.
With that
you value. Goosies.
Okay. Oh. Wow. Wow. Say live. Say live. Wow. Now we know why we had so much trouble.
Yeah.
Trying to get this show started.
He's like, y'all not ready? Right. Y'all not ready for my applause.
Wow. That was such a say live moment. So we're going to do another episode so we can talk about the book. We can get into the book and everything because I really want us to get all of y'all. We Listen, just tune in because we're going to be talking about the imposter syndrome and finding your identity. Jesus, my God, today. But as we wrap this one up here, so in our seasons past, we would end the...
Get it, friend.
I got something.
I got something to say. I got to go look at me and you didn't sound like that.
Go ahead.
In relationships, you want to be close. You want someone to see you for you, right? But sometimes when you're so close to something, like a light's in your face, you can't see anything else outside of it, right? So sometimes you do need distance to see things differently. Don't be afraid of not being as close as you were, because God's probably trying to show you something. And embrace what he's trying to show you. Know that you still love that person and that they love you. But what is God trying to show you for you? Because he's probably trying to get you to where you're supposed to be, to live out your purpose. And you can't see it because you're so close to whatever it is, person, place, or thing. Back away from some things. That's why I'm learning that fasting is so important. You can fast from music, food, people, social media. When you do that and you take away something that you've always been dependent on for so long, it allows you to see other aspects of your life that you probably need to work on. And so I wanted to say that because, yes, intentional friendships are so important, but don't be so close to them that you hold on to them and you don't let them go. You don't let yourself grow. You have to do that. And that happens in the process. And I just wanted to say that because all of this is beautiful, but it hurts when that person's not as close to you, but it's a reason for it.
Right.
And you have to understand and flow in that as well. So I wanted to say that to bring light to understanding. Yes, you want people in your inner circle, but that inner circle is a gift from God to support you in your life, but not depend on it so much that you don't depend on God. You're only supposed to be locking hands with God. That's it. That's it. And if you got a spouse, your spouse. That is it. Other than that, you just kind of go as you go and let things happen as they happen. But be intentional about what you need and what you desire in a relationship. But understand, sometimes you do need a little distance just to get a grasp on life and other aspects that you might need to grow in.
That part. That part.
That was
That
good.
part. I'm glad you said it.
That was good.
I'm glad you said it. So instead of doing our affirmations today, what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you, what is 1 to 2 takeaways that you got from Jackie today?
Ooh, the wealth factor. Relationships add wealth to your life when you do the kingdom way. I like that part. And then we were talking, I was like, ooh, a lot of like Jesus. Don't be so quick to anger that you disrespect yourself and your friend, because that's when the great divide happens. Because of the disrespect that can sometimes be so aggressive that person's like, I can't even stand the breath of you. I love you, but I just can't even. You don't want anyone to leave you like that, especially someone that's supposed to be in your inner circle. You don't want them to have. I remember I told Carla this week, you make me happy when I'm in your presence. You make me happy. We make each other happy. And that's hard to find. Someone that you actually in their presence, you're happy. Sometimes you're slum-dumb. Sometimes you're irritated. I just want to find a way to get that where it's supposed to be. So yeah. Thank you, Jen. You know I got all that.
So, Jackie, what are
she got curveballs today, baby. She got curveballs at me.
Jackie, what are 2 takeaways that you take away from me today?
Oh. How I take away from you.
I got it.
You just look was like, yo, mama, you did that.
Another card coming through. No, I took away from you to have an extra layer of compassion. Look at the root. Because you don't know why a person is acting the way they do.
Yeah.
And then when you look at that root, you know something to pray for and how to approach that person to make that situation better. I learned that from you. Then I learned love without limits. I would say love without limits. Do you want to be right? Or do you want to have peace? Do you want to have love? Do you want to have joy? Is my need for right greater than the relationship that I want with my friend? I don't always have to be right, but I always need those relationships.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've got to be the bigger person in that. Your actions, your life taught me that. And the words that you said.
Yeah.
And then it taught me when if I do have offense and when we do come together, communicate, say what we need in the season, listen, don't listen to respond, listen to hear that person and understand it. So you can respond and act differently. And when I do wipe the slate clean, don't remember the offense, don't carry the baggage around because it's a new season.
Right.
Learn from that previous season, but don't bring the junk into the new season. So you can start over and live the fullness of life and enjoy each other in a more mature state. I'll stop there. That's what I got for you.
Okay.
Nothing but next.
Two takeaways I take away from you. The first one is you just mentioned about a gift. And when you said that, I heard, if you are so blessed to have a David and a Jonathan, if I can have a if I can
You
have
ain't make me cry today, because I've been strong.
She
The
been
whole
strong.
episode is strong.
She been
The
strong.
whole episode. Get her, Nikki. I've been good.
Why are we hard seeing season 3? Really? Okay, then when it's in, she was if you're so blessed to have a David and a Jonathan, if I can be your David, you can be my Jonathan, vice versa. Whether it's multiple David and Jonathans in your life,
Right.
that has to be treated like a gift.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if I'm treating you whack and you can't talk to me, I ain't got time for you, I can't pray with you, I'm not there for you like you're there for me,
Right.
I'm not sure God gonna keep letting that gift be mistreated.
Right.
God, you don't want it?
Okay.
It's a woman over here that's praying for friends.
Right. Here she is.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So if you're just so blessed to get, and if you're blessed with the gift of another chance. And sometimes that new chance is not after the rift, it's just a new chance. Like,
Chance.
y'all, we choose each other.
Yes.
We choose each
the
other
choice.
every single day.
Yes.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
Because we don't always feel like talking to other people. Sometimes you want to be in your own little cocoon, you want to be in your own little whatever, but you let people in, and that's a choice. And I can't take for granted that, can't take for granted that you bought us these bracelets. I can't take that for granted. We did not know that we were getting everybody gifts. We didn't know we were both doing that. Had no idea. I had hers ready when she got here. Y'all was ready. She was like, oh, we think just alike. Bam. Didn't even know that. But guess what? She didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to take the time out to do it. Y'all, I love flowers. Y'all probably tired of hearing me say, those right there, she was like, you're welcome. Because you know me, I've said it about 1,000 times. You're welcome. Because you don't owe me nothing. Y'all didn't owe each other time at the movies yesterday. You didn't owe that. You didn't owe me to say yes or even to come here. And y'all sat through 2 hours worth of technical issues. Y'all didn't owe us that. Yeah. So what am I going to do with these gifts that y'all keep choosing to give me with your presence and your relationship? I'm going to try my best to treat it right. Yes. And God, right now, I don't like the way I feel, but it's probably me. So give me the right words and fix my heart and show me me. What do they need right now? It's something. They need you just to be quiet. You right. They need you to apologize. You're right.
Sure.
And guess what? Here's what you got to pray to. And I'm going to move on to you, Carla.
Oh, I'm good.
Something happened. I'm offended. You ain't done nothing really, but I'm offended by something that you did. Yeah. So now I got to pray when I get around you. Because that passive aggressiveness, that really ain't gonna talk to me. I'm fine. How you doing? I'm good. That stuff is real.
That is so real.
That stuff is so real, and I think this is what the scripture means when it's talking about giving. If you give it with a nasty heart like that, please keep that.
Keep it.
How you doing, Jackie?
I'm good.
Please keep that.
That'll be nothing, no good for nobody.
It doesn't. It makes the situation worse. So now it I done caused something. So what God, I still feel I don't know what this is, but how she spoke to me earlier. Fix me though. Yeah. Fix me before I get back into her presence. Yeah. What I guarantee you and two for sure, before the conversation is over, she gonna be done told me something that went down. That's why she did it. Mm-hmm. But you was ready to let go of the whole relationship and be like, oh, it's time for me to back up. I see. So you're gonna be like, yeah, but let me go on and back up because we do that to protect ourselves. Yeah.
Because of past hurt and trauma.
That part.
We form ways to protect ourselves. That's not the healthiest ways.
Coping mechanisms.
Hey! Yes. We've got to figure out, wait, God,
healthy ones.
Show me.
That's it. And sometimes it's just you and your emotions. Yeah. And you got to get out your feelings because what she's feeling is far greater. She can't even express it. This is how it's coming out. This is how she's coping, but it ain't got nothing to do with you. Right. You stay sturdy. You be the rock. Right. Because if he wasn't my rock, as much as I'm fickle on God, I would be here. Right. I'm fickle. I am so fickle when it comes to God. I get on my own nerves. Yes. And if he was like, remember how you came at me last time when you told me you would do, but you did it? Mm-mm. Oh my God, I'd be gone. Yeah. 10 feet under. Like I'd be underneath. I'd be down in the court. Yeah. Okay. I'm hush. You good.
No. Oh, no.
I wanted to say something real quick. The word that I wanted to say when you were talking about the first point is appreciation. Show that you appreciate your gifts. Yeah. First, by praying for the gift. And then honoring that person while they're on earth.
Honor it. That's a good word. Honor it.
If it's a small gift, if it's a call, if it's a wake-up call in the morning, if it's a song, show that's one thing I love about our relationship. We show appreciation. You don't get that every day. So the people that you truly love, appreciate them while they're here. And if you don't know how to, ask them to show you, like she said. Ask them, what do they need in this season? Do they need me to call them? Do they need me to text them? Do they need me to, what is it that they need from me? Show me, God. And if he ain't asked you yet, just love on them for where you can. That's it. Show that you appreciate them. I wanted to say that.
I'm glad you did, because as you say that and you get your thoughts together, because I want you to tell us what you got from the conversation on each one of us, how you want to do it. Okay. Is I don't know if in that moment he like, okay, go get her a candle. She'll never give me nothing. Go get her a candle. When she get that candle, what if she was just saying, God, I don't feel like nobody appreciates me. Yes. And you just you were the answer. Yes. You were God's physical answer to her. Right. Don't be so freaking selfish and disobedient. Right. Yeah. Right. Because if you feel it's a top-heavy relationship, that's what conversation and communication comes from. Right. Yeah. But if he go get her a candle. Go get her the candle. Because you never know. You never know. And you may think, well, she don't feel like that because I'm always, no, you don't know what she's feeling. You don't know what life is throwing at her when y'all aren't together. It's strength when we in numbers, but when we ain't together, the enemy be trying. Yes. He tries it. He tries it.
Okay, wait. Go ahead. I thought about something. Don't ever think your gift is too small.
That's it.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. I feel like for somebody, because you'll feel that your gift is too small. And I know my mom went through a season of depression. Mm-hmm. Or she just didn't want to be around people. And I was there close to her, and it grieved me to see her like that. Mm-hmm. But and thank God she's come out of that.
Yes, amen.
After 12 long years, we've come out of that. And so one of the things when we had our conversation, and I didn't know how this small act, because I was doing everything, buying everything.
You would always buy for your mom.
I didn't want to do, I want to show you. Yes. And so one of the things that she mentions that she carries so close to her heart, one day God had impressed upon me, write on some little sticky notes, write some affirmations for her. I am beautiful. I am loved. I am not forgotten. I am special. Hang those up on her mirror that she sees every day when she goes into the ladies' room. So I said, okay, God, I'll do it. I did, and I put them up there, snuck and put them up there, didn't say anything else about it. Little did I know that that's one of the things that God used to help her, even though she wasn't feeling those things. She'd look up and read them. And she read them every day until they got in her spirit.
Yes.
And she started saying them. And she started believing them. And she told me how much that ministered to her. Just that little act.
Yeah.
So if you decide that you want to listen and be obedient to God and give whatever gift, if it costs you something, time, energy, money.
Yes.
It's a gift.
It's a gift.
And it's one to be valued.
Yes.
So that's what I want to say.
Come on,
So never
Jazz.
underappreciate what you have to bring to
That's
somebody.
it.
Because what your little, even in the Bible, it says the wealthy people were giving of their
Yes.
abundance.
Yes.
The lady came
Yes.
and gave from her heart.
Yes.
And who did he mention?
Yes. Yes.
Because she put in more than everybody
Yes.
else. So that was for somebody.
And let me honor you before the people. When you and I was together back then, and your mama was going through all of that, Jackie, you would always stop and get something for your mama. You would always call and be like, I'm on my way home, you want to get something? Even if we was after 6. You would still be like, Mama, do you want something? I remember when you bought her the thing from, like, I remember all of that, and I honor you because your mama was in a struggle. It was something that all of us were experiencing together because it was like your mama, not your mama, but you rolled with her. Like, we're talking about relationships, friendships. You were your mama's friend and her daughter, and you poured into your mama, even when it was a struggle for you to watch that. I'm so grateful that you shared the affirmation part. I'm so grateful that you were obedient and did that, because that was so huge that's the catalyst for your mama coming out of that. Writing on some sticky notes.
Yes.
How many times have God told us to text or call somebody? We ain't got time. I'm gonna do it later.
Right.
She wrote on some sticky notes.
Right.
Okay, guys, listen.
That's small.
Listen. Jesus. Okay.
It's the intentionality.
Jesus.
Okay.
Anybody else before Carla get to her?
I'm done.
If you want to slow, let them slow. Let them flow.
Y'all said everything. I guess I just want to say what I really got in all of this is keeping God in the center of our relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody spoke on what God did, like what He did.
Yeah.
And I think we forget that so much. We get so caught up in the physical part of friendship and relationships and with our kids and everything like that. But God will give you the answer on how to treat that person that He gifted you with. So I just keep feeling like it's so important to intentionally show up for God every day. Because in that He's going to tell you how to show up for other people. So that's really how I want to wrap that up.
That is so good.
Intentionally show up for God. So you can intentionally show you how to show up for people. I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
You can drop all the mics.
I like it.
Here's the very last wrap up for Here's the very last wrap up for the show. We're gonna start with you, Jack.
Okay.
What are you saying no to, and what are you gonna say yes to?
I'm going to say no to my need to be right. And I'm going to start saying yes to the will of God and the leading of God in my life. Say yes to that more so it can help me.
Delicious.
Jackie, you said that fast.
I was ready for that. And I promise you, they did not know. They did not know. So that was like, all right, now.
What am I going to say no to? I don't know how to word this, but this year I have been saying no to not mistreatment, but the lack of intentionality that people have for me.
Okay.
And I'm saying yes to the people who are showing up for me. So the opposite of that. And I say that because I think I had that revelation with you early on in the year that majority of the people in my life didn't know love, but I was choosing their love.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh. Come through another episode. What? Oh, that was good.
Do you remember that? So with that, like, God had me in this process of writing those people down. And at first I felt a lot of anger towards it, but then I started feeling grace. Like, you know what? Now I understand why that person didn't feel love. Like, they went through this. And now I see why I chose it. So I had to show myself grace, but now it's like, okay, Carla, say yes to the people who really do want you. The ones who want to be around you, the ones who want to show you love. And really saying yes to the relationship because I've been so close. So it's like, okay, God, if you want, like, if you bring this new relationship into my life, I say yes to it.
Ooh.
So,
She is open and available.
yeah. Not to everybody now.
I know.
But you know.
Let me right that clear. That was good. That was good.
That was good.
Wow.
Man, both of y'all gotta go behind that.
I have to go to all three? Okay. All right.
I'm saying no to my fears. No, they're not my fears. The devil is a lie. I'm saying no to fear. I'm saying no to fear. And I'm saying yes to playing as much as I work.
Oh, I need to take that one.
I'm gonna tell y'all why I say that, because I had intentions at the end of last year. God always gets me ready for the upcoming year starting in October. So I had intentions going into this year to travel and to get out and do more things. What I wasn't gonna let stop that was my own self and my thoughts of what my finances were that would allow me to do it. And then it became such an agreement with his spirit in that area for me that I was getting burned out. I was getting burned out from relationships. I was getting burned out from hurt. I was getting burned out from all the work that I do. I was ready to just give all the way up. And I discussed it on the podcast, but you remember, because I was like, I can't tell you where I am right now. I'm so done with hurt. I'm so done with people. I'm so done with people pulling and using. Here's the thing, people gonna always people.
Yeah, they know people.
People are just people.
They know people.
The boundaries that you set and what you allow, that's something totally different.
Yes.
How I receive or not receive it is something totally different. But even in my giving, when it's a healthy way, you still have to be responsible for your own balance. And I wasn't balanced. And so I have come into the agreement that it's okay that I play. Then we had this conversation about something that had hit her spirit. And all I was doing the whole time, because my son happened to be in the car with me when you were telling me, I just kept looking at him. I had just told him that.
Really?
My son was in the car. I was driving to Brian. That was for the reunion. Remember I was driving.
Oh, that.
And you were on speaker because you know you can't drive like this. And I got no earpiece. And I'm looking at, because I had just told him, you know, your mama's ready to live. I'm so ready to live. Like, it's life outside of San Antonio borders. It's life outside of Texas. It's a life outside of just the work and the ministry and all of those things. Because I think we get conditioned that you're doing ministry and that's all you're supposed to do. And yes, you should, absolutely. But Jesus went and took a nap.
Yeah.
Come on, balance. You know what I mean? So this amazing world, I want to see it. I've always wanted to see it, and confirmation just kept coming. And so I'm saying yes to playing as hard as I work. I'm saying yes to living. You know what I mean? And I'm saying no to fear.
That's good. That's good.
My turn. I'm glad I went last because I didn't really think about it. I'm saying no to my insecurities.
To insecurity. It's not yours.
Say it again.
You're saying no to insecurity.
No to insecurity. Because I think from that flows my frustration and anger sometimes in relationships. And accepting what's the reality of situations, not how it offends me. Yeah.
What it is versus how you feel.
Right. So I'm saying no to. I'm saying yes to my self-worth and boundaries.
Now that's yours.
And boundaries.
Yeah.
Come on, boundaries.
Because I know my worth, I know I need boundaries for God to continue to protect whatever He places in there. So, yeah.
Come through, boundaries.
I got a book for you to read.
Have y'all enjoyed today's episode? It's a Selah. It's God's peace. It's His wisdom flowing. It's like healing. It's all kind of goody deliciousness just going on up in this joint. Like even my dog in there, she quiet. Like she feel all of this. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and for joining us. I know these comments gonna be lit.
Extra.
I cannot wait to see what y'all think about this, since we are recording this ahead of when, it won't be live basically at the time, but we're going to be down in the comments with y'all because we can't wait to see what y'all are talking about. We're going to get into who these amazing women are the next time you see them on screen with us, so don't worry, but I do want them to know how to get in contact with y'all, because y'all was dropping mad nuggets and they probably like, I want to follow, so please tell them how to get in contact with you. And the information will be on the bottom of the screen.
Well, hey, you can reach out. I am on Facebook at Jacqueline D. Carter. You can find me there, and you can also find me on Twitter. Yeah, those are the main two. Jacqueline D. Carter.
I've never been on Twitter, so don't even know how to use it. But I am Carla Chapman. You can find me on Facebook, Carla Chapman, or Radiate Her on Facebook. Instagram is radiate_her. And if you want some coffee, you'll hear about it next time. CocoaBeansCoffee.com.
Steve, what's your final words to the people?
Love God first. Love people well. And all of that, give grace. We'll see y'all next time.
We'll see y'all next time.
Hang, don't let it tilt to the side, put that thing on, be as royal as you can be, and walk in your purpose. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next episode.
Love y'all.
Bye. Ladies, that was awesome.